Hey, Dan Passarelli here. Well, a couple weeks ago, we were in Chicago at the Chicago Board Options Exchange with some of our mastermind student traders. And one of our guest speakers was talking about different ways to trade the S&P 500, in specific, SPY versus XSP. So the S&P 500, of course, is just an index. It is a basket of 500 different stocks. There's not necessarily a thing to trade called the S&P 500. We can trade SPX options, and let's take a look at that, SPX. And the underlying here is the S&P 500 index. Now, you'll notice there's no volume bars here because it's just a number. You can't actually trade that, but you can trade options whose values are derived from this number. One common way to trade the underlying itself and a smaller way to trade options on SPX is it's very common to trade SPY. So SPY is an ETF, and it's 1/10 the size. So whereas the SPX is about a $440,000 underlying value, this is only a $44,000 underlying value. Much easier for a typical trader to trade, and you can see that because it's an ETF, shares of this actually do trade, and there are options on it. Now, there is also, if we're just trading options and not trading the shares, but we like this contract size instead of the really big institutional size SPX, we can trade a contract called the XSP, and that is the mini SPX. Now, notice the price is very similar to SPY. There's some minor differences that affect that price, but basically it's going to trade in step with SPX and SPY, and it's about the same contract size. So the options will be priced very similarly. There are no shares that trade. It is an index. It's a cash-settled index, much like the SPX. And so you might ask, well, besides contract sizing, what is one reason why somebody would trade the XSP? Why not just trade SPY? Well, there can be tax differences. Now, I am not a tax expert. I hire an accountant and a bookkeeper, and they take care of all my taxes and all that. So I'm not going to get in the weeds and talk about a subject that I will not claim to be an expert in. But if you're looking for ways to potentially save on taxes, if you often trade SPY, talk to your accountant, do some research, and I think that you'll find that the trading XSP can be tax-wise very advantageous to the ETF SPY. I hope that helps. This is Dan Passarelli. Trade smart.